Alright, let's see. First you want to make a new sheet so you can put all of your views on, and that should be in here. So in View tab, and you click the Sheet button, and that'll create a new sheet. I have this here, which is what he wants, 11 by 17. But if that doesn't pull up, you can click Load. And if you click Load and scroll down to the bottom to Title Blocks, where it says Title Blocks, for the files, you should find it says B 11 by 17 horizontal. So you want to click that, and then once it's in there, you want to click OK, so you can open up your sheet. So it should have, your 11 by 17 sheet that you just inserted. And then because yours is kind of tiny, you'll probably just have to do 2 sheets. But yeah, so after this, we got our sheet here, and now what you can do is you can rename it, which is pretty easy. Literally just double click, like your title, like the house it's made by, and then your name, and then the views it's called. So for this one we can do we'll do some section views for this one. So we'll call this one, or not sections, we'll call this one elevations. So there we go. So we got this, and it's like super straightforward. So you scroll up to your sections or elevations, and you just drag and drop. That's it. So you just drag it over, and it's just telling me there's a pop-up window that's just telling me that it's already on a different sheet, but it doesn't matter really. At least I don't think so. Oh, I have to use duplicate. Okay, well, hold on. Okay, I was just making a copy of that. So drag and drop, and there you go, it's in. Normally it's not scaled down this much. You have to do a little bit of adjusting, and the way you can do that is you just click inside this. So this is dragging it right now, right? But you can actually mess with the stuff inside of that viewport if you double tap it. So see how I can change each element. But obviously, you don't want that, so you can kind of choose which view you want at the bottom, if it's shaded or realistic or whatever. But yeah, so if you click this, you can resize the length of the annotation, the title at the bottom. So let's say that this is too big, right? There's a scale over at the left. It says View Scale. Say the scale is like, when we put it in the windows. Say it's giant, right? Like we're not gonna want something like super massive. Like like this might be too big, right? So you can just mess with scale and just change it up. Like here, yeah, like see that? Let's see how freaking giant it is. Yeah. Oh yeah. Also, you can crop your views. So the way you do that actually is you double click inside your window, right? The one that you dragged, and at the bottom next to like shadows and where the sun logo is, you click not that. That just says do not crop view. So this is what it might normally look like, right? And then the crop region, you want to show the crop region. So there's the crop boundary, right? So it's showing where it's cropped at. So if I were to extend the crop region and then turn crop view on, now it'll show it all the way over to there, because that's what I extended it to. And you can just pull it back. And then if I wanted it to be a little bit lower, so, and you just do that for, and make sure to double click on the outside when you're resizing. But yeah, you literally just have to mess around with it. All right, so let's say that this is what we want. We'll just find a nice place to put it, and should be good. And then we'd move on to the next thing. You don't have to make copies of these, but I do because apparently they're not allowed to be on separate sheets. But yeah, but yeah, basic drag and drop stuff, right? For that, so like this whole sheet would just be elevations normally. Now for other views, you do your 3D views, right? And that's a little bit different because normally we just have our one 3D view of the model, right? We want to duplicate it, so you right click, and then where it says duplicate view, you do duplicate with detailing. So it just made a copy, 3D copy 1. So I can right click it again, I can click rename, and we'll just rename it ortho view, right? So orthographic projection, and then you can go ahead. There we go. There it is at 60, 45 planes, and then you literally just do the same exact thing. And so like we'll probably want it to be realistic on the page, so we should change this view to realistic. So then after we're done with this, right, then we go back to our sheet. I have two called the elevations. Well, so yeah, so after we're done with that, we go back to our sheet, and then same exact thing, just drag and drop. So take your ortho view, drag it in, and here's a good example. So see how giant it is right now, because that's how big the window is. We want to resize it. We don't have to click inside the resize. We just have to click it once. Or no. What am I saying? No, we got to click inside. Yeah. So we got that, and then you got to click show crop region. So now it's got the border, and now we crop it. Now for scaling this, I've found out that this is slightly different for, not this one, sorry, no, this isn't camera view. I'll get to camera views in a second. This one, same as normal, right? Same as normal. But yeah, so just crop it, make it look nice, and then always double tap outside once you're done cropping your views. And when you want to move the whole view, just click it once, and then you can drag it. So now we got like our size we want. Now we can just scale it down a little bit. So make it 1/16 of an inch, something like that. But I'm pretty sure on the assignment the professor wants a little bit more views like this, a couple on the outside, so not just one, right? So you'll have on your sheet, you'll put all your elevations, right? And I can email you my sheet if you want those examples or whatever. Yeah, so that, and then you just adjust that. So yeah, just messing around, just formatting your sheet, that sort of thing. So there you go. So you got, elevation, you got like one of your perspective views. But yeah, just, right click your 3D view, make sure you click duplicate with detailing, because it'll keep those details. So now that we finished that, now we want to go and do our camera views. So for camera, you can go ahead and you can go to just your floor plan actually, and it'll actually create a new 3D view once you it'll create a new 3D view once you actually do it. So we can just exit out of that new ortho view we made. But yeah, so like here's your level 1 or your site plan, really doesn't matter. But you're still in the view tab. Okay, so if say you're in like architecture or something, go back to view tab, and the little house that says 3D view, you want to click camera, right? And this lets you place a camera basically where like a person would be on your site. So so like for you, you could like have it like at an angle or something, right? And he wants a couple 3D views. I think he wants like 2 outside and 2 inside views or something like that. But yeah, so basically, like just click it once, and then you can actually that'll show the position where the camera's looking, and like how far basically you can see. So say I want to see only like this side of the building because there's windows over here, then we can see this and not this side of the building. But yeah, so, and then after that, you just click it, and there you go. There it is. Super straightforward. And then, you know, black and white. You wanna change it, so I'll change it to realistic, make it look all nice. I'm gonna just rename it 3D View 1. So you wanna right click it, rename it, whatever your view is. So like I have here exterior perspective view from the north, and then exterior perspective views from the south. So there's that. Oh, and then I have my interior as well. And the interior is literally the same thing. So you just, you know, go back to 3D view, camera, and then say we want to look down this hallway, right? Then we'd click that, you know, face it just straight forward, and there we go. Now we're looking down this hallway. It's a pretty tiny hallway, but we're looking down it. So I have no clue why that part's not showing up, but honestly, hopefully, I mean, it shouldn't matter with a building like yours because, you know, yours isn't as long as mine, so should be fine. All right, so now that we got, like, you know, like our we got an interior and we got an exterior view that we just set up. We go back to our page, right? So our little test sheet that we got going on here, right? Same exact thing, you know, drag and drop. So we'll drag and drop 3D view 1 that we just set up. You know, pretty easy. So see, which is pretty nice. This one's already scaled, so that's great. And then, you know, 3D view 2, and this one's already scaled, which is good. But one thing I figured out, right, for camera views for some reason, like the 3D views, like not this stuff, but like specifically using the camera, right? What you got to do, if it's too big, is you got to click on it, and then you go up to here where it says size crop. Well, actually not yet. Sorry. So say it's showing too much. Say you want to show less of what the camera's showing, then you can just do the basic thing where you just, you know, you double click, and then you know, see that, and then you click on the sides, and then literally you can see more of the building basically. See, so we're seeing more of these bookshelves over here, and then you can do the same thing with height, right? But there's that. But yeah, for say you don't want to show anything more or anything less of your camera, right? You click size crop, and then a tab pulls up where it says crop region size, and you want to click scale because we're just scaling it up or scaling it down if it's too big or if it's too small. And literally just play with it. So you can put any amount you want with like your width. So you could, like, I don't know, if you want it to be bigger, I put 10 inches, and then you click apply, and then there you go. So you don't have to keep clicking OK, and the window will keep closing. So say like that's too big, then we'll turn it down. We'll go like, oh, okay, we want something really tall. We'll make it 2, and then you just click apply again, and look at that. See, way smaller. But make sure you just have the where it says change, just keep instead of field view, keep scale. So, you know, because we're scaling that image. But you know, and just keep clicking the apply button until, you know, you're toying with it and you figure it out. And once you're done, say like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, we'll use that, and, you know, really done. Just, you know, drag. And these are also adjustable as well, the headers. But they're adjustable only if you click on them. You can't click on the main sheet. So, you know, like, say if I click on the main sheet and I try moving this, you know, it'll move the whole thing because you're clicking on the main thing. So in order to move this, you need to click on it separately. But to resize it, for some reason, you have to click on the other one. So that's a little bit weird. But yeah, so like, you know, we'd put it somewhere on the sheet, you know, make it look organized. I mean, for this, obviously this isn't, you know, that organized. Here we'll go ahead and just do what I've been doing. We'll size crop it, right? Scale it, put it down, what, 2 inches or something. That's super small. We'll do 4. That's fine. All right, okay. So we got that. Oh, and you can also move these there's like borders around each one of these. The crop border is actually the box that's around the actual image, not the big solid box. So you can actually justify these to the far edges of the boundary. And if these lines are all overlapping, it's okay. There's a toggle in print. Once you print a PDF, that'll let you just basically it says it lets you not show anything on this big white border on the side. Alright, so we want to adjust this over, so there we go. Alright, so now we got our views, we got everything set up basically, you know, for say we're done, ready to print. But for you, you need 2 sheets, so these would normally be on separate, well, these 3 would normally be on separate sheets. You know, and then, oh yeah, actually, my bad, we can go ahead and put floor plans in too. Hold on, let me duplicate this again. Alright, there we go. You won't have to duplicate any of this stuff though, so literally just, you know, for you, it's just drag and drop. Okay, so we're over here, and then with our copy, so level 1, right, you know, drag it, place it down like it's massive, scale it, same exact thing, you know, same exact freaking thing, you know, like super easy, you know. Alright, so got this. Say it looks like crazy hectic like this with all these with all the grid lines. You can literally, you know, right click, hide in view, and then hide by either elements or category. So I'll click hide by category because they're all grid lines that we don't want to see. And you deselect out, so there we go. So that's what it'll look like. I mean, that's way too tiny, but you get the general idea. Alright, after that, now we want to finally print. So, you know, top print button. I'm not sure if my recording software is actually showing these pull-out tabs, so that's why I'm just trying to explain it the best I can. But once you pull up the print bar, right, it'll say, you know, your name, you want Microsoft Print to PDF, properties, you're fine. And then instead of creating separate files, you want to click the one that says combine multiple selected views / sheets into a single file. That's because, you know, we want all of our sheets on one PDF. And then where it says print range, instead of current window, we want selected views / sheets, and it'll say in session, and then you click select. After you click select, you'll be able to see literally every single one of your views, and you can actually toggle it at the very bottom. So it'll say show sheets and show views, right? So you untoggle, uncheck views, and you'll be able to see all your sheets. So you check all your sheets that you want to print to PDF. In this case, we're only printing our elevations test sheet, but you know, you'd probably click all your sheets that you have, and then you click the OK button. And then after that, before you click OK, you want to go to your settings, and it'll say settings default, and this will let you get rid of those details around the border. So at the very bottom, oh, actually one more thing that I just realized. So the size of the paper needs to be tabloid. The professor says it needs to be tabloid. I'm pretty sure, because tabloid is 11 by 17. Tabloid, yeah, tabloid is 11 by 17. So you need to choose that. I'm pretty sure I might have messed up when doing that once, but you know, make sure you click that where it says size, so not letter but tabloid. All right. And then where it says options at the bottom, you want to check the hide ref / work planes, and then hide scope boxes and hide crop boundaries. Because if you don't hide those crop boundaries, then, you know, it'll show up all those boxes and crap, and we don't want that. So, you know, basically all the ones that say hide under the options, you know. And then you click OK, and then after that, you'll click OK again, and then it'll ask you to call it something. So we'll call it our test print, and it'll print the PDF on the desktop. We click Save, and now at the bottom there's a tab, a little progress bar on the left that appeared for like a split second.